Welcome into the Alabama Football Report. I am your host, Chris Daughtry. Today, we are going to be breaking down the nearly 30 recruits coming in for Alabama's cold summer kickoff. I say nearly 30, roughly 30, because there could be some guys that get added late, or some guys just might decide they want to go somewhere else instead for the weekend. But before we get into it, guys, I want you to like today's video. The most likes we've gotten this month, in the month of July, was 533 on a single video. I want to beat that number on this video right here. It is a massive recruiting weekend for the Crimson Tide, and it might go a long way. You know what we always say, the more likes we get, the more commitments Alabama can get, and there might be some 2026 commits as well this weekend. We'll see, but like today's video for me right now. The first guy I want to talk about, obviously, is going to be Keelon Russell, Alabama's quarterback in this 2025 class. He's rated here now the number 21 overall player and the number 4 quarterback in the 247 Sports Composite Rankings. That's what we're going to talk about for every single one of these guys, the 247 Sports Composite Rankings. Haywood also going to be in town. All these guys we're also talking about at the top of the show are all Alabama commits in this class. Haywood, one of the best offensive tackles in the country, number 11 overall and the number 2 offensive tackle. Cunningham, the number 2 wide receiver in this class, another 5-star recruit for Alabama, and the number 13 overall player in this class. Now, concerns to Caleb Cunningham, there's been a lot of questions whether or not he was going to be in Tuscaloosa on Sunday and in Auburn on Saturday for the Big Cat weekend. He pretty much shut that down yesterday, tweeting this out saying he will not be at Big Cat weekend this coming weekend. So there are a lot of Auburn fans as well in his comments, in his Twitter comments, just giving him a lot of crap about it. And it's like, come on, bro, what are you doing? The kid's like 17, 18 years old. Like, hey, why don't you just chill for a second? Like, you guys are going to be fine. So, Caleb Cunningham is going to be in Tuscaloosa on Sunday, and he will not be at Auburn on Saturday. And you know what, guys? Just because, a lot of Auburn fans were giving him a lot of crap on Twitter, I want you guys to give some Auburn fans some crap in the comments section right here today. Spam little brother in the comments section for me. Let those Auburn fans know where they stand in college football, in the SEC, and here in the state of Alabama. The next guy is going to be Dijon Lee, another 5-star recruit for the Crimson Tide here in their 2025 class, the number 22 overall player and the number 4 cornerback in this class. Dijon Lee, he's one of my favorite prospects in Alabama's class this year. I'm really excited to get him on campus. Dawson Merritt, another guy committed to the Crimson Tide. He's a 4-star, number 106 overall, and the number 13 linebacker. Chuck McDonald also going to be in town, a 4-star corner, number 65 overall. Just so many top 100 guys for Alabama in this class. He is also the number 7 corner. Antonio Coleman, this is one of those guys that it's like a little bit of a toss-up. 247 Sports has reported that he is going to be on campus this weekend. On 3, not necessarily saying he's going to be on campus this weekend. So I'm not necessarily sure if Antonio Coleman's going to be there, but he is one of those guys, in this class that he was committed to Alabama. He flipped to Auburn, then flips back to Alabama. So there still might be a little tiny bit of wishy-washiness there. We're just going to have to wait and see. Micah DeBoer, the number 12 offensive tackle in this class and the number 124 player overall. One of just the guys in this Alabama offensive line class. He committed during his visit. They were having dinner, and Ryan Williams brings him up on stage, and he commits right there in front of everybody. Love Micah DeBoer, another in-state guy for the Crimson Tide. And then Jaden Harmon, another 4-star linebacker, number 155 overall, and the number 18 linebacker in this class. Just a good group of linebackers for the Crimson Tide in this class. Luke Metz, also going to be in town this weekend for Alabama. He's a 4-star linebacker, number 283 overall, and the number 31 linebacker in this class. Mal Waldrop, another offensive lineman here, 3-star, but I think he's got a lot of growing room. I think he can definitely progress and get a whole lot better in Alabama's system and in their weight room. I think he's going to be pretty good for the Crimson Tide. London Simmons, another kind of underrated guy, I think, in my opinion. He right now is sitting at a 3-star, number 472 overall, the number 52 defensive lineman. But I got a feeling this year, going into his senior season, he's dropped a ton of weight. I think it was like 40 pounds that London Simmons dropped. I think he's going to shoot up a lot of recruiting boards this year. Today's show is presented by Game Time, and I love the summertime because Major League Baseball is in full swing, and I love making the drive over to Atlanta to catch a Braves game every chance I get, which coming up soon, it's not going to be very many, unfortunately. But prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer to first pitch. And with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, and views from your seat, and their lowest prices guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. And they've got so many things. You can go see an Alabama football game. You can go see Tom Segura. He's going to be at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater. Or you can make the, like an hour and a half, 2-hour trip over to Atlanta to catch a Braves game. And Game Time has so many features that I love so much when it comes to a ticketing app. They have last-minute tickets. If you're just don't know what you're doing, all of a sudden you say, oh, let's go to an event. Bam, Game Time has those tickets for you. They also have flash deals. And the views from your seat, I love the fact that Game Time does this, so you're not blocked out by a foul pole or some random press box, some random thing. I love that you can see where you're going to sit before you buy those tickets. And the best thing overall, I think Game Time has the lowest prices guaranteed. They can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Check out GameTime.co for last-minute tickets. And remember, terms do apply. But again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS, that's CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Now, there is one guy that might be on some flip watch this weekend. Alabama safety commit Derek Smith. We don't necessarily know if he's going to be in Auburn this weekend or if he's going to be in Tuscaloosa. There has been a lot of questions around Derek Smith, and this is what Tim Watts of Bama Online had to say about Derek Smith coming up this weekend. He said Alabama and Bama Online knew that Auburn wasn't just going to give up on Smith. If he goes to Auburn and not Alabama, that is a bad sign. If he doesn't go to Auburn and goes to Bama, that's a good sign. Either way, both staffs will battle to the finish line as they should. So let me know, guys, right here in the comment section, do you think Derek Smith will flip to Auburn, whether that be this weekend or sometime in the future? Type Y for yes or N for no in the comment section. 2 more targets for the Crimson Tide going to be at the Cold Summer Cookout this weekend. A.K. Deer, we have talked so much about him. A previous Ole Miss commit, a 4-star running back, the number 2 running back per the 247 Sports Composite Rankings in this class. And then Anquan Fagans is a 4-star safety, also going to be in town this weekend. There are a lot of 2026 guys as well. This Alabama staff wasn't able to get a jump on the 2025 class just because, with Nick Saban retiring, some of those guys that they already did have decommitted. Alabama finally getting a chance to kind of get ahead on the recruiting trail. Jamarian Gordon already committed to the Crimson Tide. He is a 4-star safety. Xavier Gibson, a 5-star linebacker, the number 25 player overall in the 2026 class. I love this kid's film. As well as Anthony Jones, another 4-star, 5-star, the number 1 edge rusher in the class, the number 7 overall player. And then Justice Fitzpatrick, you know who that is? That is Mika Fitzpatrick's little brother. He's a 4-star right now, number 34 overall. So definitely in that 5-star range once the time goes by, he'll definitely be a 5-star. He's also the number 3 corner. And then Ryder Lyons, I think one of the best names that's going to be on campus this weekend. Definitely a 5-star quarterback name. He's the number 11 overall player in the 2026 class and the number 3 quarterback in that class. And then Jackson Cantwell, the number 1 offensive tackle. I tell you what, there are a lot of guys in these 2026 targets that there's definitely been some talk about Alabama not necessarily recruiting up to the level that Nick Saban did, even though they have the number 2 class right now in 2025. If you still have the same thoughts after these 2026 targets. I don't know what to tell you. Almost every single one of these guys right now here are in the top 100. Zion Gibson, 4-star, number 65 overall. Blaine Bradford, number 1 safety in the class. Cedarian Morgan, I think a very underrated wide receiver right now as it sits. He's the number 23 wide receiver, number 152 overall. And then Brandon Arrington, a 5-star athlete, and Alabama is actually recruiting him as a wide receiver. So that's where they're gonna, kind of take him when it comes to Arrington's recruitment here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Alabama Football Report. We are just, 36 days away now from Alabama football. We are going to have watch parties for you guys all year long, so make sure you are subscribed. And we're trying to beat this July of 2023 sub number. We're getting closer and closer every single time we do it, so help us out right now. Subscribe to the Alabama Football Report. That's youtube.com/@RollTideTV. Couple more guys here. Jonas Walton, 4-star running back, the number 8 running back in the 2026 class, is going to be on campus. Vodney Cleveland, a very good defensive lineman. I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's been working in the summertime. You go to his Twitter, he's got a lot of good content of just him going to camps and doing other things. I think he's going to shoot up a lot of people's recruiting boards next year. Caden Hall, another 4-star safety in this class. Desmond Green, a 3-star interior offensive lineman, number 359 overall. Then a couple more guys here. Zeke Hilton. We've talked about him just a little bit in the past. He's been on Alabama's board for a while here. He's a 4-star interior offensive lineman. Jalen McGill, a 4-star running back that, man, you just look at the dude's picture right there. He is absolutely yoked, especially as a sophomore going into his junior season here. And then Brock Willis, he is in the 2027 class, the only 2027 guy that the Crimson Tide will have on campus this week, but he is a 2027 defensive lineman. So I want to hear from you guys again in the comment section here. Do you think Alabama will land any commitments this weekend? I would love to get a notification on my phone saying 5-star running back A.K. Deer has committed to the Crimson Tide. Let me know, do you think Alabama will land any commits this weekend? 1 for yes or 0 for no?